You've probably heard that James Gunn's rebooting the DC universe, but did you know that it's based on 3 comics that are likely the most important to DC in the last 20 years? The first 3 movies coming out are Superman, Supergirl, and Batman Brave and the Bold. And the 3 books that have inspired these films, All-Star Superman, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and Grant Morrison's Batman and Son arc. If you've ever picked up one of these books and then bounced off or found that the DC continuity is a black hole that you just can't make your way around, you're not alone. Ever since I was a kid, I loved mythology. Clash of the Titans, Zeus, Hercules, Poseidon, Griffins, Hydras, anything I could get my hands on I read. But growing up in North America, we don't really have a mythology of our own. There's no caves or temples to explore. Instead, I found myself exploring the racks at grocery stores and my local LCS, trying to find the best comics I could find. Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. These are our gods and monsters. Just like the gods of Olympus, we know all the strengths and weaknesses of all these superheroes. We know their origin stories. We know everything about them. These comics aren't just stories. They're the myths of our time. Just like the myths of ancient history, we get different things from the stories at different stages of our lives. I think James Gunn gets it, and we're about to see his brand of storytelling on a massive scale when he launches the first chapter of his DCU that he's calling Gods and Monsters. He's not just rebuilding, he's building a mythos. And at the heart of that foundation is 3 iconic books that give us a window on what the DCU will be. We got Tom King's Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. We have the classic All-Star Superman with stellar art by Frank Quitely. And then we have his esoteric run on Batman, specifically his arc on the Batman and Son when Bruce gets introduced to Damian Wayne, the son he didn't even know he had. Just like I don't really know if I'm doing things right or wrong unless you guys like the video and subscribe for more. Let's go and explore the modern day myths that's going to be inspiring James Gunn's take on the DCU and the Superman summer blockbuster coming out next week. If you've ever tried to read Grant Morrison, sometimes it can be a daunting task. His stuff kind of zaps all over the place. He goes in a fanatic rhythm, and his amount of history that he packs in, it can be kind of mind altering. Like some of the characters that he brings back in these books, you didn't even know exist. Morrison can be wild, zany, he can be a little bit out there, but at the end of the day, he's a fan, and you can tell its stories are impactful. There's a reason why I think Gunn's using a lot of his work. Morrison often references and he'll reboot his characters back to their roots. He really knows what makes these heroes tick and what has sustained them through the generations. The fact that Gunn is being so heavily influenced by Morrison is actually a really good sign. Another fantastic writer is Tom King. Now, he has some critics now what he did with Batman, and I'm not gonna lie, I can't say that all of his stuff is my favorite. But what he did with Supergirl is awesome. He really goes deep and he blends the essence of the character with his own personal influences. In Supergirl, it's a deconstruction right down to the roots of what so many other people have done with the character. It's a character study of grief, rage, revenge, redemption, and family that you're born with and also the ones you find. Gunn's big screen DCU starts with Superman in July, but his whole God and Monsters phase is more than just a reset. It's a thematic statement. Each of these books explore what it means to be powerful, to carry legacy, and to face the end of something. Whether you're a god like Superman, a monster like Batman, or something in between like Supergirl, these are stories about identity, purpose, and transformation. Morrison and Quitely's All-Star Superman isn't just one of the best Superman stories, it might be the Superman story. It's a poetic, colorful swan song that redefines the Man of Steel as a mythic figure of kindness and hope. It's short, dense, and incredibly moving. Throughout the book, we have some classic Morrison throwbacks, but there's an overarching plot about Superman's mortality. Another one of Gunn's big inspirations on the God and Monsters is going to be Kingdom Come. This is another story that talks about a world with Superman as an old man. So will this idea of Superman's mortality be a big theme moving forward with the entire Gods and Monsters chapter that he's working on? Based on the trailer and how many scenes look to be pulled directly from the book, I'm expecting All-Star Superman to heavily influence Gunn's take on the Man of Steel. So we should expect some major emotional beats from All-Star Superman. Tom King's Supergirl throws Kara into a galaxy-spanning revenge story that's reminiscent of a modern-day Western. She has a young girl named Ruthie by her side throughout the entire story. King has said that he actually based Ruthie on his own daughter. I think it's why this story is so rich with emotional depth. And as a father of 2 young girls, it's why I think this story hit me so hard. King did an amazing job of balancing Kara's femininity with her obviously overpowering strength. It's a great take on how you can make a strong, powerful woman character without throwing feminist values down our throat. This isn't just some space fantasy. This is a brutal, emotional character piece. This book asks how to find the courage to be a hero when you're angry, grieving, and totally alone. Morrison's Batman is a wild ride through identity, legacy, and psychological warfare. It treats everything in Batman's history as canon, and then it builds a story about Bruce trying to hold it all together. What does it mean to be Batman? Is it the man or the symbol? It's the backbone for the Brave and the Bold movie and the introduction of Damian Wayne. Morrison's run starts with Batman and Son. So we're finally getting to see Robin on the big screen, and we get to see this awkward, strange dynamic that we've never seen Bruce thrown into, learning how to be a father. I'm so happy that Gunn's introducing the Bat family to the big screen. It's such a pivotal moment in Bruce's history. One of my favorite animated movies is Batman and Son, so I'm really excited to see it on screen. The one that we see in the book is way more violent and way more explosive than anything we've seen in the animated movie. So I'm excited to see what exactly they do with that, and if this also means the introduction of Jason Todd and the Red Hood. That's the key to this Brave and the Bold movie. Gunn's Batman won't just be brooding in the shadows. He'll be forced to step up, to lead, to maybe pass the torch. Does this mean we're going to be seeing Nightwing as well? I am so excited for this entire run that he's doing. Whether you're hyped for Superman's rebirth, Kara's galaxy-spanning justice, or Batman dealing with a teenage assassin, this new DCU is pulling from the best. And it all fits together. These stories aren't random. They're obviously pulling from a bigger vision. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books and what you think about Gunn's idea for the Gods and Monsters chapter of the DCU. MM out. Peace.